Okay.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Father Jerry on Wednesday, rainy Wednesday of this week. I always forget. I always say that, of this week.
Of this week versus next.
I don't know. It's not last week. It's this week.
It was prettier last week.
So, how much rain have we got?
A lot.
Have you heard an update?
No, a lot.
Yeah, a lot of rain. The rain settles in my backyard because of the way it's all my neighbors, so there's big pools of water out there and everything. I should go swimming. So I'm put my
Dig it
cat
out. Let's
there.
put a pool in.
No, I'd rather have a hot tub.
Okay.
But those are a big no-no for priests. So. Well,
Yeah. Okay.
such is life. So yeah, we're maybe we're all kind of sad right now today about the events in Texas yesterday with another shooting in a school. It's so sad. I was just reading more stuff about it and I was getting mad. So I got to stop reading that. I was getting mad because, well, politicians are making it political now. So they're yelling at each other. And one of them I just read was blaming the other person. He said, "This is all on you." It's like, oh my gosh, that's just craziness. Too much politics. It's never on one person. And actually, we're all maybe somewhat responsible for things like that. There's something more we can do to pray, to maybe, of course, legislate for some better handling of some situations. Somebody just posted that it's a law that people who go duck hunting. Did you see this, Christy?
No.
So, when you go duck hunting in maybe all the states, I don't know, but they're only allowed 3 shotgun shells for duck hunting. So they limit how many shotgun shells you can have to shoot ducks,
But not people.
but no limits on anything else in regards to other things. So interesting. There's a lot of interesting laws in our country about a lot of different things. So anyway, it's a sad thing. So we need to pray, of course, for all the victims and their families. That whole town, it's such a small town. And as hard as it is, we need to pray for the shooter too, for his soul and all of that. So just pray for some wisdom. We need wisdom in our country in a lot of different ways. But you know, our country's been blessed in the past with a lot of people, current people too, who are willing to put their lives on the line for other people. You know, people who are military and first responders. So, you know, our country has a great tradition. I had to do some research on this one too. But what is this? Is this the 3rd Saturday of May coming up this weekend?
Yes.
So this Saturday, I don't know if you know this, but this is actually Armed Forces Day. It's always the 3rd Saturday
Oh, it's the
of May.
4th.
I don't know. I just read that. It's May 4th?
The 4th of, yeah, because it's the last week. It's Memorial Day.
Yeah.
That's the 4th.
Well, Memorial Day, this is different.
Right, but we're the 4th weekend of the month.
Right. Yeah, so the 3rd Saturday of
So it was
May
last week.
is Armed Forces Day, which I
We
didn't know.
missed. Okay.
Because it's not that big of a deal. So Armed Forces Day is the day where we honor people who are currently in the military. Veterans Day, which is in September. Which started in Emporia, Kansas, by the way. I always tell people that. Christy and I are in Emporia.
Fingers up.
Christy went to school there. I was just there in the campus center for 6 years. But anyway, Veterans Day, of course, is to honor all of our veterans who did come home from fighting in the military. This coming Monday, Memorial Day, is we honor all of those who did not come home, who gave up their lives in service. So it's a good day to remember and to pray for all those who have died, but specifically those who sacrificed their lives for us and for our country and for freedoms, all those kind of things. So I always think, and I'm going to be able to do this because I have Mass Monday morning up at one of our Catholic cemeteries in Johnson County. So usually I would go, when we grew up, my mom had a tradition, my mom and dad both, so we would go visit the graves of our grandparents. And so we would go to Topeka first, and then we'd go down to Greeley, where my other grandparents are buried. So my mom, being the good frugal German that she was, she would get a coffee can and cover it with aluminum foil to make it look pretty. And then we would cut peonies from our backyard, because the peonies are always blooming about this time of year. Put them all together, because, you know, we're not going to spend money on a vase or fake flowers or even real flowers. We're going to cut them and use it from our stuff. So
At least it was your yard.
it was ours. It was special.
So, right. It wasn't your neighbor's
That's true.
flowers. Could have been worse.
Unless ours weren't blooming, then she probably
Then
would
she
have
probably did.
Take it
Yeah.
from there.
Whatever.
So we would go visit the graves, and we would always take holy water and sprinkle them on the graves too, for whatever reason. That's a tradition. So yeah, I'll be doing that. I don't know if I'll go to speak on Monday, but I'm going to Kansas City to pray. So it's always a good day to pray for all those who have died. Pray that their souls may be in heaven or quickly go there, things like that. So, and we actually do that every time we celebrate Mass. Usually there's a special intention for somebody, and usually it's for somebody who has died. So what we do there is we, as priests, we keep that intention in our prayer. Every time I celebrate Mass, there should be an intention, whether somebody offers that for us or I just do it for myself. I wouldn't do it for myself, but I mean, I would make up my own.
Make it up yourself.
Yes.
Right.
Although I should.
But there is one for you on your 30th.
Oh, yes.
And you're not dead.
And I'm not dead yet. So, yeah, Christy always puts in there a little cross. That means that they're deceased. But sometimes people will announce it in a way where we've had alive people, and then they say, for all those who have died, especially Christy Sullivan, and then they find out, hey, I'm not dead. So,
I'm alive.
Anyway.
He's risen.
So yeah, every time we celebrate Mass, we remember some who have died. So actually, you see here in front of me some new chalices that we've purchased.
Okay.
There we go. I'll hold them up. Somebody has given some memorial funds to our parish so we could buy some of these, and people are going to say, well, why are you buying these? So these are for, rather than the real big tall gold ones that we have at church, these are little smaller ones. The ones we have are actually getting very worn. So this is just a little more doable, I guess you could say. It's partly my preference too, to have something smaller. So anyway, somebody gave us some money. So tonight at Mass, Wednesday night, we're going to bless these so we can start using them.
Oh, nice.
So we'll do that. So it's kind of nice. But again, yeah, at every Mass we remember somebody with our Mass intentions, or I do, and the whole community does too. And actually, if you didn't know this, people of Corpus Christi, every weekend there's a special Mass for all of you. So we will always have one Mass intention for the people of the parish. So it's just asking God to send special blessings upon you for that. So anyway, all kinds of interesting, fun little things. You can always be learning something. It's a good thing. So, and that reminds me, we're going to have a special scripture study class this summer too. Sister Doris and Mary Frances, one of our parishioners, who do you know she's getting a master's degree in theology, Mary Frances?
No.
She's an older lady, but she's very wise. Anyway, she's been taking classes online. So they're going to do a class this summer. So that's just an example. We have a lot of great things going on during the summer. Christy mentioned here in a couple weeks, I'll be celebrating my 30th anniversary. I'm getting old. So that'll be fun. I have people coming from a lot of my different assignments over 30 years just to celebrate.
We'll celebrate you that whole weekend after each Mass.
Celebrate me that whole weekend.
The weekend of the 11th and 12th.
Really, we should celebrate me a little more than just on one weekend.
All the time. Celebrate you every day when you walk in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Celebrate me when I leave too, don't you? Every day. Thank goodness he's gone.
No.
So the bigger thing is the weekend after that, which is also Father's Day weekend, of course, is our annual big celebration, our parish festival, if you will. It's the Feast of Corpus Christi, which is June 18th and 19th. Mm-hmm. So the 18th after the 4 o'clock, we're having a big parish picnic, all kinds of good stuff, food, games for adults, kids. There'll be live music. The Thundercats are playing, good age
adult
music.
Beverages.
Also adult beverages. That's always good too. Mm-hmm. And then the next day, of course, we have both of our Masses. And then at the conclusion of the 10 o'clock one, we're going to have a Eucharistic procession around the outside of the church, where there's going to be 4 different stops through little side altars where we're going to do some singing and praying. And we're inviting the whole region to come because it's the name of our parish, but the Archdiocese is kicking off a whole year focus on revival of the Eucharist. So this is a good way for us to start and join the Archdiocese for that. So anyway, there's a lot of great things coming on as always.
There'll be a reception thing after that. We're going to do it outside though.
Oh yeah, a little gathering of drinks,
gathering
cookies, after the procession.
Probably leftovers from the night before.
Leftovers. Leftover adult beverages too?
It'll be noon.
You never know.
It'll be almost noon.
It's
5 o'clock somewhere. Oh my gosh.
So anyway, look in the bulletin for all the information, of course, that's coming up. Congratulations again to all of our graduates. We celebrated them last weekend. But there's always something happening here at Corpus. So look in the bulletin, look on our webpage. Remember, we send out Friday emails. So if you don't get our email every week, let us know your email address or check your spam. Sometimes it goes into that because it's a big bulk email. So I think that's it for this week, everybody. Hopefully it'll get sunny and warm. I think it will be for this weekend. So enjoy your life. Hopefully we'll see you around here. If you need anything, let us know. All right, God bless. Take care.